So in this video, in this section, we are going to have a look at the fundamental rights which are given to us by our Constitution of India under Part 3, Article 12 to 35, and these are subject to certain conditions, some exceptions and reasonable restrictions, and the guarantees. This article guarantees the fundamental rights. First is right to equality before law and the equal protection of law. There is irrespective of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, and right to equality of opportunity in public employment, or right to equality by abolition of untouchability and titles. Second is right to freedom of expression, assembly, right to freedom of association, right to freedom of movement, right to freedom of residence and profession, a right to freedom of certain protections in respect to conviction for offences, a right to freedom of protection of life and personal liberty, right to freedom of free and compulsory education for children between the age of 6 to 14 years, and right to freedom of protection against arrest and detention in certain cases, right against exploitation for prohibition of traffic in human being and forced labor, so human trafficking and forced labor. So right against exploitations, these two are given, and for prohibition of employment of children in hazardous job. A right to freedom of religion, right to freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion, and freedom to manage religious affairs, and freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion, a right to freedom of religion, right freedom as to attendance as religious instructions. We can take instruction or religious worship in educational institution wholly maintained by the state, cultural and educational rights for protection of interest and minorities to conserve their language, scripts, and culture, for minorities to stabilize and administer educational institution of their choices, a right to constitutional remedies by insurance of directions or order or rights by the Supreme Court and High Court of enforcement of this fundamental right. One, two, three, four, five, six. These are the six fundamental rights which are written in any NCRT books or in the Constitution. They are given by